My name is Randolph. I am a Pittsburgh, California native. So my mom began using crack in the 80s-ish when she was about 18 years old. And my mom has a total of 7 children, and she used heavily with about all 7 of us. I wish my grandpa was still alive to tell you the story, but she was in her room and he heard her like moaning, and she had a crack pipe in her hand that was to her mouth. And my grandpa said she was like the water broke. She was starting to like, you know, basically give birth right there on the floor, but she had no clue what was going on because she was so high. And even the doctors told her this child is not going to be developmentally normal. And luckily for me, I came out just fine. Something was around me to protect me. But I remember going downstairs, because I'm smart, and I called my grandma, Collect, and I said, "Granny, I think we're getting taken away." And she said, "I'm sorry, Ty, I can't do anything right now. I'm still, I'm struggling." So I was like, "Okay, well, see you later." And we ended up getting taken away. It makes you feel like you're out of place, especially if you go into a foster home where the parent already has biological children. You may not feel the love the same way. I took the time to really get to know the history of my family and why some of the things are currently happening, and why do we keep going through these cyclical trends of trauma and abuse. I think there should be a referral system. So when you are meeting with social worker, or when the social worker is meeting with the foster parent, hey, you're a great foster parent, you have great reviews. Do you have anyone else in your circle that we can reach out to? Kinship care is always a #1 for me. There's always a family member down the line, and I think the family member should be screened and tested and trained just how you would do for a foster parent as well. But I think you have to find someone or people who are extremely passionate. And you have to find people who have been wanting to do this for a while. They don't know the process, and the county or the state really taking over and saying, well, this is how we're going to help you do it.
Just from your perspective, are foster parents getting the support they need?
Yes and no. I would say on the mental health level, probably not, because I don't think that they are prepared for what the reality is. But I do feel like social workers are available. I feel like there are many resources in the county. But what are we, and like I said, I'm not in the thick of it, so I don't know, but what are we really doing to be a back for those foster parents who we know have great potential? And we don't want to, we want them to keep the children. We want them to keep their homes open to these vulnerable kids. I'm going to always fight for our best interest. And this community has a special place in my heart, because this is where I grew up, and this is where I learned how to be a woman. This is where I learned how to be independent. So yeah, just hopefully just continue to grow and learn and get married one day.